Warm greetings to the learners. This is Dr. Meenakshi. In today's session, we will explore how to construct a X-bar chart when the process variabilities are known. And we have the sample standard deviation as an estimator of process standard deviation. So for that purpose, we will take this data that we have also taken for the previous construction of X-bar chart when we were using to construct the chart with the help of range. Now we'll try to understand how to construct an X-bar chart with the help of a standard deviation as an estimator, right? So first thing, we will find out the sample mean, which we also called as X-bar value. And we know how to find out sample mean. It is basically the average value of your first 4 observations. As we have 4 observations, so first 4 observations, and for 5 observation it will be the average of first 5 observations, right? After finding out the sample mean, we will try to find out the sum of your sample mean. Why do we need to find out the sum of the sample mean? As you very well remember, that was used to find out the central line, right? So we will find the central line. Your central line is also called as X double bar. So when you see X double bar, it is basically the central line, and the formula for finding out the central line is your sum of all the sample values divided by the total number of the samples. So first, before doing that, we need to write down somewhere the total number of your sample, that is K, which is 25 in this case. And how many observations we are having here? N. That means we have 4 observations, right? So to find out the value of central line, we need 2 values. Basically, your sum of the sample points and your total sample, that is K. So basically, your central line is the average of the sample mean, right? So what we have to do here to make the formula correct for the all data, to put an dollar sign. So you have to remember this. You can't miss to put the dollar sign, because with the help of this we are going to have central line values for all the data points. Okay, after finding the central line, now in this problem, in this particular concept, we are trying to understand how to construct an X-bar chart with the help of a standard deviation. So we will find standard deviation here, and this standard deviation is basically your SD value. So for finding out the standard deviation, we'll have the formula standard deviation, and that will be for your first 4 observations. So this is how you are going to find out the value of standard deviation. And the value of standard deviation here, we are interested to find out individually for all the sample points. So this is the value for your standard deviation. After finding out the values of the standard deviation, what we want to find? We want to find the average. To get the average value of the standard deviation, that is also called as S bar value, what we'll do, we'll try to find out first the sum of all the values of your standard deviation, right? So this is your sum of all the values. Now here I am going to write down S bar, or we can also say the average standard deviation. So S bar will be equal to the sum value of all the standard deviations given divided by the total number of observations. So our S bar value is this. So my average value here is not changing. Why? Because the K, the total number of sample, is not changing. So we'll be putting the $sign so that we can anonymously get the values for all the data points here. Okay, now after finding out the S bar, we are going to talk about the control limits. As such, we have established the center line. Now we'll find the control limit, that is upper control limit and lower control limit, right? And I hope you remember how we do that with the help of a formula. And in previous range video, we did talk about when basically, see, this is your X bar, S bar chart formula when you are making use of standard deviation. So you can see, you can identify a distinction. When it was about R charts or the range values, we use the constant A2. Here we are using the standard deviation as an estimator of process. So we are using the constant A3, right? So how we are going to find the value? For n, the subgroup size is n, and the value is 4 for that, and corresponding to the value of n, the A3 value is 1.628. so either you can copy it from here or you can just remember the value and write it down on your Excel sheet. So A3 is 1.628. I'm just write down here A3, it is 1.628 for n equal to 4. So the formula for UCL, if you remember, was X double bar, that is your central line, plus your A3 value into your S bar. So this is your upper control limit. So what we are going to do here, we are going to put a $sign so that we can get values for all the data points here. Easy, just have to double click and here is your upper control limit. For lower control limit, you have to again use the formula, your central line double X bar minus your A3 value into S bar, right? So what we are going to do here, we are going to put an $sign, which makes it very convenient to get the values for all the data points. Just have to put a double click here. Okay, now we are here with the values of, with all the values which we actually require to prepare a X bar chart. So ultimately our here attempt is to prepare an X bar chart. So which values we'll be using? First we'll be using the sample mean, right? And then we'll be using the value of your central line. Then we'll use the values for your upper control and lower control limits, right? Okay, with the help of these 4 values, we just have to insert a line bar graph, and here comes your X bar chart. You can also call this as S bar chart. Why? Because we have used standard deviation as a estimator, right? So just to make it more better, we'll just delete the grid lines, and you can see very well that this is your central line, this is the sample mean which is distributed over the central line, this is your upper control limit, and this is your lower control limit. So very clearly it is visible that there are no data points, there are no sample points here which actually are giving any idea that this process is somehow having some out of control data samples, right? So in this case, we learned how to prepare, how to construct an X-bar chart when the process variability is unknown, and we have the sample standard deviation as an estimator of process standard deviation. So I hope the concept of exploring this S-bar chart on the Excel sheet is being clear to you.